Okay, so let's get a little bit of a tutorial, a master class, if you will, on Token Druid. It's a deck that I've been playing for the last couple of days on the ladder. Started out at 15, I'm now at 9, I'm probably at 10, I just lost 2 games. So, wanted to give you guys a quick heads up on how the deck works. Let's go into my collection real fast so we can get a quick view of the deck itself, and then we'll go over some strategies. So Token Druid, right here. So we have 2 lesser Jasper Spellstones. It's unnecessary to tell you more about that card. We know what that's for. It's nice for tempo and stuff. We have 1 Power of the Wild, 2 Wild Growth, super essential, 2 Wrath, 2 Savage Roar, 2 Branching Paths, 1 Ironwood Golem. I'll talk about that in a second. We have 2 Oaken Summons. Obviously, Ironwood Golem is there for that. We have 2 Soul of the Forest. This card is crucial to the deck. 2 Violet Teachers. Again, great for the Oaken Summons. And Wispering Wood. Obviously, of course, this deck wouldn't exist without that. 2 Arcane Tyrants for value. 2 Nourish. 2 Spreading Plague. Malfurion the Pestilent. Cenarius. This card is super important to the deck as well. I initially was not going to play with this, but I really realized that that's the way to go. And then, of course, Ultimate Infestation. So, yeah, we're looking at a classic Token Druid. So let's get back over onto the ladder, and let's queue up some matches, and I'll explain my thought processes. So I'm currently, I lost 2 games just a second ago, so I went from 9 back to 10, but let's get back on there and see what we can do. Start this thing up. I've learned a lot over the last couple of days about how this deck works and when to play what and what to do when you're in particular situations. And it seems like right now this deck's really well positioned and people are not respecting it enough on the ladder, which is amazing if you're trying to play this deck, because being underestimated when you're playing this deck is exactly where you want to be. When your opponent fails to wipe your board when he has a chance, and then you pull a double Savage Roar, that's just where you want to be. Alright, so we got Shaman, possibly even Shaman or Shutterwalk Shaman, so we'll have to check that out and see what we're looking at here. We pretty much always want to start with a Wild Growth, and since we don't have one here, and our early plays against this deck, either one of these decks are kind of whatever. Let's keep the Oaken Summons, get rid of the Wrath, the Tyrant, and the Spreading Plague. Spreading Plague's okay against the even deck. Yeah, this is not great, but this is fine. We can work with this. Obviously, we have a token producer here. We have the Oaken Summons to protect, and we'll find out. We'll see what happens. So probably coin out the Oaken Summons unless we pull off something like Wild Growth into Nourish, which would be amazing if we could pull that off. We'll pass turn. So it looks like we're probably playing Shutterwalk Shaman, which is great because that's a deck that we can really get aggressive against. So let's see what happens here. We'll probably know a little bit more in a second. If he pulls a Prince, that's probably Shutterwalk. Obviously not even Shaman because he would have played Greymane. Alright, so perfect. So Wild Growth, always your ideal turn 2 play. Now it'd be amazing as if we drew a Nourish next and I could coin out a Nourish. We'd be way ahead. Really what you want to do is you want to get to 8 mana with this deck. So let's do the Oaken Summons. That's great. So next turn, man, Nourish would be so good. So what's great about this is he wants to kill this guy because he doesn't want to lose this. I'm going to smash into that just to, you know, keep him off cards. And we'll see what he does. He looked like he had something to target it, but I don't know why. What did he want to frog it? Seems like a bad idea. Okay, there you go. So this is great. This puts me in a nice position to throw down a apprentice, right? Then we can coin Wrath. Keep making dudes. So this is ideal because we're in a spot where we have a bunch of guys on the board, and that's where you want to be with this deck. We'll see if we're looking at a volcano. Nope, not a volcano. Probably a frog. Polymorph this guy. That's fine. We're okay with that. Yeah, that's fine. Turns out, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Alright, we're going to probably draw some cards with this unless we get a Nourish. No Nourish. Yeah, let's draw. Let's first draw a card and see what we get. There's the Nourish. Let's give everybody a bonus to their attack. And just start chipping in. I think chipping in for damage is probably smart right now. What do we got here? 3, 4, 5. That's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay. So it's going to get rid of everybody on this, which is fine. We were more than ready for that to happen. Okay, so we're gonna jump up in mana again. Works great because we can kill this guy, draw a card, and we get to play this dude. Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. Yeah, let's attack him. Alright. So I'm still not positive it's Shudderwalk, but it seems like it's Shudderwalk because of this. Sure. Alright, let's see here. Well, I think the move here is blast one of these guys down. Alright. So we've got a full grip again, which is pretty nice. I'm okay to take some damage from that guy, that's fine. Okay. So definitely on Shudderwalk at this point. We're positive of that. Let's think here. So we can play Cenarius. I feel like we just want to punish him, push through damage. This is only dealing 4. Man, no wisps. It's a real bummer. Let's push through damage. Get rid of this. Because he still hasn't played his bug to Lightning Helix me. So that's great. That basically puts him in a situation where he has to get rid of all these guys because this and any damage is going to kill him. So he's got to get rid of everything on the board right now. Unless he gains some life. He can do that. There is Healing Rain. But we're pressuring lethal for sure next turn. Depends on what he's got. I can't imagine there's much. I mean, even Shutterwalk doesn't do anything here. It puts up a bunch more Shutterwalks that he can cast one more of, but they don't. It's not enough to pressure him. He's probably just now figuring out that he's dead. Yeah, that makes sense. So let's pop. Let's see what we can do here. I think I want to do this. Yeah. And then just cast some spells, right? Yeah, so let's do this. Right? Alright. Let's protect them. Okay, I think we're in a pretty good spot here where we've recreated a board and we've got, yeah, sure, that's fine. Silence that guy. We've recreated the board and we're ready to swing in again. Definitely don't suspect that he's going to be ready. So, attacking one of these is fine. I mean, we're looking at another board full of dudes. If he does that, it's fine. All of this is definitely okay. So, I'm very happy with that situation. So, let's pop that, play this, play this, and swing in. Once again, we've created a situation where he has to respect that we have a board full of presence and he may or may not be able to deal with it again. So we'll see what happens. And I still have some token producers as well, so we'll see what happens. I think he's probably got another volcano. Yeah, that's fine. That's game. Right. So we've got 14. Yeah, that's game. Right. Okay, there we go. And we did it. So, and that's how you do it. You just keep pressuring with really resilient dudes. And there you have it. So that's the 101. So let's keep it going. Try a couple more just to get an idea of what's happening. Pretty simple stuff. The deck works really well against decks that are trying to clear the board, especially when you save your wisps for opportune moments. If you use your wisps early, you're going to end up getting really punished. A lot of the guides I read were telling you to use your wisps early to like pressure your opponent or to keep, to keep some sort of board presence early in the game. Honestly, you're a combo deck. You don't care so much about what your board presence is early. You do want to pressure your opponent when you can, but you should be doing that with your Violet Teachers and other stuff. All right. Another Shaman. Shaman's popular today. Alright, we're really happy to see this Wild Growth opening. Let's get rid of these two and see if we can get a decent 4-drop or, well, Branching Paths is okay. It's not the greatest, but, like, if you want to draw cards, it's fine. But we'd really like to see we'd really like to see a Nourish come up after this. So we've got 2 more card draws before that's even a thing. 3 more actually, because we're not going to do anything that turn. And we do get to see 2 more cards if we have to. So next turn we can draw 2 cards. See what we got going on there. It looks like we've got a even Shaman here. This deck is another deck that I'm not too worried about. They don't play as many board wipes from what I understand. At least I don't recall seeing many of them. So this deck is just make guys, which is fine because we like it when our opponents make guys. All right, so we'll definitely Branching Paths since we drew another one. We'll draw a card. Let's just evaluate the card. That looks pretty great, and that's what we'll be doing next turn for sure. Alright, so this is looking good. Our turn 5 will be to Nourish, and probably to kill this. Yeah, definitely. We're in a great position right now. Wow. This is all the great things here. Right, so let's think here. Yeah, let's... I think we're honestly better off drawing an extra card here. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is great because we can cast this next turn, slam a guy. You know, we'll see. I think right now, unless we draw the protection spell for all my guys, it turns them into tree ants. I forget what it's called. We want to just do Spreading Plague and knock a guy out. We're just so far ahead. Okay, so we're not going to knock a guy out because this guy's there, but that's fine. Okay, so let's think here. Yeah. We're good. So I didn't want to attack into the extra damage because we might need it later, but I think right now we're in a pretty good spot. I mean, he's not going to Bloodlust. Okay, this is fine. Opponent's putting himself in a pretty dicey position. Okay. So, we've got a lot going on here. So, let's think. We can throw down a Violet Teacher and give everybody a quick bonus. I like doing that because that creates a permanent board presence on the board. So let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now, take out this guy, take out this guy. Let's take out this for insurance, and that is fine too. Okay, so now we're in a spot where the opponent's really going to need to do a lot to get our board presence back down. And he's only got 2 mana to do it with. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at, what, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's look around real fast. So we've got 21, 22, 23 damage, which is a lot, but not it's not amazing. So let's see if we can be better. 7 is really good. We'll make that more big dudes. Do not think that... Yeah, we'll take the attack, because we'll hit this guy. Right. Okay. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so I think we're in a great spot. Hopefully, yeah. Okay, we're great. All right, so we've got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, we got it. That is lethal, friends. There we go, and that's how you do it against Even Shaman. So we've seen how Even Shaman works, we've seen how Shudderwalk Shaman works, and we've hit 9. So let's try one more here, and get sort of an idea of some other deck, hopefully. So we'll have to find out what we got going on here. One of the nice things about this deck against those decks is, like, Spreading Plague is so good. Spreading Plague doesn't feel as good against other decks that don't capitalize on board space. But man, when your opponent's playing Sea Giant and you just throw down like 6 1/5s and he's got a bunch of O2s out, that's too good. Alright, ooh. Okay. So, man, I really like this, but I think we get rid of this. Coin. Do we save the coin? Let's, okay, well, I got it back. Okay, so let's think here. Is coin that big of a deal? I'd rather have coin for... Yeah, that's fine. I don't think I gain that much by coining this out. As much as, like, if I drew a Nourish and got to Nourish on my turn 3. Would be way better. Okay. So there we go. Pass. I mean, even with this, it's like, then we can do both these on turn 6? Or turn 5? Yeah, still pretty great. This is my turn 4. Sorry, turn 3. Did I get another one? Yeah. I think my turn 5 will look pretty bonkers for this guy. Or I could just draw Nourish, and that will also look pretty bonkers. So we'll see what happens. Because the Nourish will allow me to do both of these things. No Nourish. So let's do this. And we'll just get rid of that guy. Alright, so we've got 6 coming, 7 the next turn. So that was my turn. 1, 2, 3. It's my turn. Okay, so those guys are there. Sure. Alright. Violet Teacher. Let's put this guy out and just make him a lightning rod. I think that's the way to do that. Because next turn we can do these 2 things, and that's super good. As we'll have 7 cards in hand. Yeah, that's fine. Wow. You just want to get aggro. Okay, okay. Okay, here we go. I like that I also have this under my sleeve too, so if I have to trade the board, and then I can just cast this again. I don't think he can do enough damage to me to get me. Yeah, so he's already contemplating like death at this point. So again, like if you can on like 2 turns early, 3 turns early, that was my turn 5. Get a board full of guys that are just super resilient. That's the way to do it. Yeah, he's got to kill. He's like, oh, what do I do? Like Volcano now? Yeah. Yeah, I think Volcano is the next move here. He's gonna try and Volcano. So we're looking at, yeah, there's the Volcano. That's very expected. Alright. So, let's pop that down. And this. And just get in there. So now we've got immense advantage. And if our guys die, they become dudes, and this is going to end the game for us. So, I don't know that there's a whole lot more that this guy can do. Yeah, I mean, if you're... What do you have for 3 mana, dude? Not gonna do it. Unfortunately, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Give him the old well played. Oh, do I just play this? Let's do it. All right, and so there you have it. 3 games, 3 wins, and that is how you play Token Druid. Thanks for watching.